Longest game over in Group F as Japan try to top the charts, with the Swedes also trying to gate crash the top two. Who's going to come out on top? We're going to get into it, all of it, next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video. Today we take a look at the Group F encounter between Japan and Sweden. It's battle for second spot, or maybe there's a small window for one of these two sides to take top spot. What am I talking about? Well, I'll tell you in just 1 second. If you're new where you've been, smash your subscribe. You want some for Blackburn Rovers World Cup previews. That's right, we're here previewing the Japanese up against the Swedes, of course. It's coming out this coming 25th of June, whatever that date is. Meanwhile, we'll get to that in a minute. Big shout out to my members, big shout out to my patrons, big shout out to you. Can we get 48 likes on this video? A like for each and every one of the nations taking part. Please, please, please. Of course, as we look forward to the conclusion of the group stages. Let's get into this one then, though, on the 25th of June. What day is that? That's going to be this coming Thursday. That's right. Japan, Sweden. It's coming out at the Dallas Stadium in Arlington, Texas, with, of course, Japan looking good. 87% form for them right now, unbeaten at least the last 5. Up against the Swedes, just 1 win and 1 defeat. But, of course, most recently that defeat was a stinger. We'll talk about that later. Anyway, let's take a look at how we got here with Japan. They qualified as, of course, AFC third round Group C winners, securing the spot on the 20th of March 2025. This is their 8th tournament, their last in 2022. Of course, they are one of the teams to avoid right here right now. This is the 8th tournament in a row. Best ever was the round of 16, though. They're looking to better that this time around. This, of course, does have the new round of 32 here, so of course another extra hurdle to get to that round of 16 and then beyond. Meanwhile, they're managed by Hamiya Moriyashi, with the captain being Wantaro Endo. VRP Ayase Ueda, that's right, of course he's been scoring some goals of late. FIFA rankings 18th in the world. They are currently ranked around about 40 to 1 to lift the trophy at the end of this world campaign. Looking at the personnel involved for the Japanese right here right now, it looks a little bit like this, with Zion Suzuki between the sticks, Yuto Nagamoto, Ko Itura, Hiroka Ito, Yunakari Sugara at the back there. We've got the likes of Junya Ito, Ritsu Doan, Dachi Kameda in midfield, Ayo Tanaka as well. Up top, the likes of Kashuki Goto, Danzin Maeda, Ayase Ueda, the star man. That's what I'm highlighting right there, of course, coming into this. But the Japanese likely to feel something along these lines, of course, with the likes of Suzuki between the sticks, Watanabe, Seiko, Juntoki Suzuki at the back, with Yukitoro Nakamoto, Karayushu Seino, Wataru Endo, Yunaki Sagawara as well, with Dachi Kameda, Yutiro Suzuki, and Ayase Ueda up top. They need to win this game. Of course, they can't take it easy. Nothing's secure yet, but it does look good for them with the 4 points. I think they're technically in the round of 32. It's just whether they're first, second, or third, and that could have some huge bearing of where they're going to end up at this tournament. Standing in the way, though, it's going to be the Swedes, of course, coming as UEFA playoff winners. That was the B pathway, qualified on the 31st of March 2026. This is the 13th tournament, their last in 2018. It's a streak of just 1. They were runners-up back in 1958, and they're managed by Graham, a.k.a. Harry Potter, of course, who started off great in this World Cup. Now it's looking a little bit wobbly. Captain Victor Lindelof, the VRP, though, Victor Gayokes, they are ranked 38th in the world rankings right now. You've got odds for Sweden around about 200 to 1 to lift the trophy at the end of this World Cup. But of course, they're going to be looking to these guys to hopefully get something out of this game. The likes of Christopher Nordfeldt between the sticks, but we could see maybe a debutant Victor Johannesson coming in there. Meanwhile, moving forward, likes of Ken Surma, Herman Johannesson, Halsma Ekdal as well, Daniel Svensson as well. Into midfield, Mattis Svanberg, Yasin Ayari, Lucas Bergfall. Up top, Isak Gayokis, Elanga. There's just a who's who of Premier League quality at the moment on the books of Sweden. As for the lineup, we could go for a 3-5-3 here, with Victor Johansson stepping in, Isak Kane, Gustav Lagbecka, Victor Lindelof at the back with Daniel Svensson, Ayari, Karlström, Svanberg, and Emil Holm. Up top, Gayokis, Isak. I think Elanga may have done enough to get himself a start in here. It's just where I don't know if you're going to stick him.
Somebody at the door. Oh my. Who could it be? Wow. 2 packages from Fanatics. Unbelievable.
Thanks again, Fanatics, for hooking me up with these lovely looking shirts. Each and every one of these and much more are available at the Blackburn Overseas storefront. Link should have been at the bottom of the screen there, also in the description down below. But back to you, Dirk, at the studio. Appreciate that, Eddie. Of course, take a little look then at Group F as it stands right here right now. Sweden are in third, but a win could see them go top spot depending on what goes on with the Dutch. Speaking of the Dutch, they will take on Tunisia with, of course, a shot to be number one outright with a win. As for Tunisia, they're going home already. They cannot qualify, but it is still up for grabs for both Japan and Sweden heading into this game. As for this, though, as we look back at the history books between these two nations, they have played each other at least 5 times, with 2 wins for Sweden, just 1 win for Japan, and there's been 2 draws. The Swedes outscoring Japan 12-11. Of course, look at the valuations of the squads here. 270 million for that of Japan, 406 million for that of Sweden. They've both got the same amount of foreigners, of course. 27.5 the average age for Japan, 27.6. That's Sweden. So they are evenly matched, even though the valuations are a little bit skewed in the old transfer market. As for the win index favouring Japan here, 49%, draws at 28. Sweden is at 23. As for the public opinion before we even kicked the ball, the Dutch were expected to win this group. Japan would be in second. Sweden nicking third. Tunisia were expected to be last, and that is how it's looking at the moment. Meanwhile, of course, I've got the Japanese as finishing as runners-up in this group, and they could take on the winner of the group that has Brazil and Morocco in it. So it's looking like Brazil at the moment will take on Japan in the round 32. That's a spicy game right there. Meanwhile, as for Sweden, if they are to get the third place here, which is looking likely, and they do become one of the third round sort of knockout geezers, it looks like it could be France for them right now, with the probability looking at 66.1 for them to be their opponents. As for this game, and this game alone, 68% are backing Japan to win it, 24% are backing Sweden, and 8% have been drawn. Now, I have been hot on Sweden on this. Now, of course, that was purely on the back of their pathway and their fantastic start to this World Cup, but I came crashing down to earth at the last game against the Dutch. Don't get me wrong, they were a little bit better in the second half there and maybe showed a bit of fight. And of course, the game was another 15 minutes long. They might have got a couple more goals back, but ultimately, the Dutch were just too good. This one, Japan are going to be good, but I just think there's going to be something in the water here. I think the Swedes will cause them some problems, some headaches. They've got the firepower. I think Japan will be the better side here, but I do think we're going to end up with an all-square 2-2 finish in this Group F encounter, which will see both nations qualify, but Japan in second and Sweden in third. Well, there you have it, folks. There you bloody have it. That, of course, is my prediction. Let me know yours, of course, in the comments. The best and the worst will be featured in the review show when, of course, we come back to talk about this result. Of course, if you want to look at some other predictions made by myself at the channel, we've got the cat prediction. We've also got the ones made by a bunch of ping pong balls. Make sure you check those out as well. Link should be on the screen right about now. But until then, subscribe, smash the like. Catch you later. We're done.